It's midnight and it's raining and thundering and lightning out. I just got out of the tent. It quit raining for a few minutes, so I went down to the beach. I'm gonna tell you, enjoying this. I'm not worried or anything. I'm welcoming it. It's kind of it's part of the adventure, I guess. If I end up having to stay in the tent, I guess most of the day tomorrow to wait for this to pass, so be it. Life goes on. Anyhow, just gonna go back to sleep. I'll try to go back to sleep. Anyhow, let's just listen real quiet. Place called Finlayson Lake. Really wish I had a better view. You can't really see much. It is pretty through the trees, but don't have a really good view of the lake. I guess this is an important migrating caribou herd. They're woodland caribou, not barren ground caribou. So this herd actually migrates 80 miles. I spent the night at, what lake was that? Francis Lake. Fantastic place, by the way. Love Francis Lake. Gosh darn, bugs. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Get away from my face, bugs. Anyways, Francis Lake, I highly recommend that place. If you ever coming on the Robert Campbell Highway, take some time and camp there. If you got a boat, even better. Gosh, that place is gorgeous. I had a huge storm come through last night, though. That was probably the most rain I've seen in a long time in my tent. I was a little worried. I thought it might last through the day, and I thought the road would be greasy, but kind of hung around. The sun came out this morning and let things dry off, rolled up my tent, let it dry out. And it's much better now. The road wasn't that bad, actually. I'm gonna go check out and see if the North Canol is open. There's various reports that it may be closed, or if that's the case, I'll just continue on up to Dawson and start thinking about doing the road to Tuck. Still on the Robert Campbell Highway. Had to pull over. There's a pull off on the road with this lake. I don't know what lake it is, but the sun's out. It's beautiful, and I think we're I gotta check my odometer, but I think we're less than 30 miles away from Ross River now, which will be the start of the Canol. I hope the road is open. It's a beautiful day out. We'll give it a shot and see how far we can get today, and then go to the border tomorrow. Yahoo! Or as I like to say, love it! North Canol Road, and I got to tell you, the first 10 miles were really sketchy, really sketchy. I asked the ferry operator about the road conditions. He said that's all good, which it was, but he said about 10 miles in, there's a hill. He said, you want to stay to the right. I thought he said 10 kilometers in, there was a little hill, and yeah, it was a little rough, but not a big deal. Well, about 10 miles in, yeah, it was a big deal. It caught me by surprise. I went down the middle and thought I was going to sink the rear wheel. I mean, it was spinning and just going into the ground, but I was able to motor it out. Saw one little black bear coming in. He was so cute. I wanted to stop and get video, but he took off before I could do anything. And there was a truck coming the other way. It saw him as well. So he was cute. He didn't know which way to go because the truck was coming the other way. But yeah. Got some moose tracks here. The big ones. That's some moose poop. Starting to see signs of the heavy rains we had the night before out here. And saw some moose tracks and some moose poo and whatnot, and just had to stop and get my legs off the bike. But this is the kind of stuff I'll be riding through. The good news is no calcite, no soft sandy stuff. It's all shale rock, so that's good. My Heidi here, she should be able to do it. She's pretty capable, just heavy, that's all. Carrying extra fuel and whatnot. So all right, let's get going. Another 8 miles or so, I think, until I get to Dragon Lake. View off the road right here, which is sublime. It's just, look at those rivers and lakes down there. Looks like it could rain. Look at the thunder clouds that are starting to form behind me. I'm a little worried about it, but if I get to camp and get set up before it hits, I'll be happy. Yeah, Heidi's doing well. I haven't seen anybody on the road since I met that couple, Jim Baker and his wife. Interesting character, but yeah. Huge lake out here. Let's check it out. Made it to Dragon Lake, 62 miles in from Ross River. I'm gonna camp here tonight. Gosh, this lake, it goes back like 20-some miles back that way. And I gotta get up here and bring a boat, kayak or something and get back here. It doesn't look like much of a lake when you're looking at it from this end, but it is a huge, huge lake. I'm going to set up camp right over here. You see the bike, and there's a picnic table there. There's actually a fire ring over there too, so maybe gather some firewood and have me a campfire. Yahoo! Need to shave. Monkey boy. Beautiful spot right here by Dragon Lake. And got a nice breeze. The bugs dissipated right after I set up the tent. It's fantastic. All that's left to do is take a aerial view of the camp and of Dragon Lake, and then let's have some dinner.